The Hawaii Supreme Court sided with Native Hawaiian Paulette Kalekini today, saying that the city and the Transit Authority failed to follow state law while planning the $5.3 billion rail project. KITV4's Andrew Pereira has the latest developments. Andrew?
Kenny, the state's highest court ruled the city must complete the entire archaeological inventory survey along the 20-mile route before construction can begin. HART Executive Director Dan Grabowskis called it a minor setback, but rail opponents call it a crushing blow to the controversial project.
Native Hawaiian Paulette Kalekini sat next to her attorneys today, secure in the knowledge that the city broke state law in planning the elevated rail line.
You know, it's their law that they broke. And David was very clear about that how is it that they are allowed to break the law.
David Frankel of the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation says the Hawaii Supreme Court ruling is clear. The city must stop construction until all 4 phases of an archaeological inventory survey is finished.
The city will have to stop if it is going to comply with the law in good faith.
The unanimous decision by the High Court says state law does not permit the State Historic Preservation Division to consider the rail project in 4 separate phases for the purposes of historic preservation review. Frankel wrote an email to city officials today demanding a halt to construction. If there's no response by 8 a.m. Monday, or if construction continues, Frankel will file a motion with Circuit Court to order it stopped. The lower court is mandated to follow the Supreme Court's ruling.
We don't see any wiggle room.
However, the head of HART isn't so sure. Dan Grabowskis said this when asked whether construction would indeed stop.
Certainly we'll be doing work on columns where we've already dug foundations.
Grabowskis said city and HART attorneys are reviewing the decision and will consult with Kalekini's attorneys before deciding its next move.
We want to give it a couple of days to find out exactly what all the parties are intending and also what the case actually says.
Now, the High Court also said the city was wrong in issuing a special management area permit that allowed construction on the project to begin. That permit will likely have to be reissued by the Department of Planning and Permitting and the City Council. Kalekini's attorneys are currently meeting with city lawyers to see if they can agree to stop construction without going back to Circuit Court. Coming up at 6, we'll have reaction from Ben Cayetano, the anti-rail candidate for Honolulu mayor. Kenny?